Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? All right, I presume it wasn't, since it wasn't in use when I was listening to it a few minutes ago, except for me. Good evening, my name is Paul, K4PEW at the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Is there an emergency or priority traffic? Nothing heard. If you do have an emergency, please call 911 first. And if you can't do that, we'll do it for you. Just get on the air and click 3 times, and we'll call 911. We just got to know who you are and where you are. That may be broken at any time for emergency traffic. You just yell, help. We'll be there. Well, we'll be on the air anyway. We might be able to help you. For information on this net, you can see us on YouTube right now under my call, K4PEW. That's Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey on the search block on YouTube. Or you can look us up on the our abnormal website on 146415.net. Or you can see a little description of our group on groups.io and look it up under MJSS. You'll see that we have a nice description. I don't know if it's nice, but a description of what we do and don't do. And we don't have many rules. In fact, the rules are pretty simple. We don't have any real rules other than the FCC rules. And no dues. And you don't have to be at the meetings. You don't have to show up here. In other words, you don't have to do nothing except if you want to just listen, you can do that too. At any rate, and lastly, you can contact me at k4pew@arrl.net. We normally meet at 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. We conduct a net tonight on 146.415 FM Simplex. We also will be doing a 2-meter upper sideband net on 144.240, and we'll also be doing a 6-meter net on 50.135 upper sideband. And hopefully we can move this right along without taking too much time. We also have a buy, sell, swap, and swindle net. If you have anything to sell or you want to buy, be prepared to tell me, or if you want to, you can just post it to the site. So this is net number 586. We're starting from the north. If I fall asleep in the middle of this, if Michael's there, he can pick up for me. I've been working out in the yard all day. I'm cutting trees and picking limbs and cutting trees and limbs and making a mess. I'm tired. At any rate, does anybody have any questions about the announcements? I don't think I have any other announcements. Today's Saturday. Well, we got 2 nets coming up on Tuesday, which are the, let me do that one first, which is the Bowling Green net on 146.430 at 7:30. And I believe it's at 8 o'clock for the W4EAO emergency preparedness net. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong about that.
7:30.
Oh, it is at 7:30. Well, I got to change that. And I don't know if it's in the announcements that way, but I mean in the reminder. 7:30 is the W4EAO. We actually can check in on both nets, I'm sure, because it doesn't. You can, well, I think you can monitor the Simplex net if you want to. You can even check in early if because Steve is on the air usually at 7:25. Anyway, those are the 2 big nets, and of course we're on again on Wednesday. Okay, starting from the north. Does anybody have any questions about the announcements first? I guess not. Does anybody? Well, no, I'll just leave it at that. Well, remember, we're doing the lightning round check-in, so we just do a fast check-in of everybody who wants to check in here on the net. And please give your name, your call, your name and location. And that's for my benefit, since I can't remember every single person who always checks in. So apologize in advance if I mess up your call or your name. Let's see, was there anything else? Oh, yeah, and I'm not sure what tonight's topic is going to be, just a general topic. Last time we had a good time talking about the what we do for new hams. And I don't know, I guess I need to ask, because everybody is, if we have that, I say we, if Wilson County Club has that ham fest in August, will you be going? And will you rent a table? That's not August, July, excuse me. July. Renting a table and going. I'd love to see some activity because I'm going. So anyway, let's just start out though first with the check-ins, and we'll make the discussion later. From the north end, please come now.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo, Frank in Mount Juliet.
Yeah, buddy, you got a nice signal, Frank over there in Mount Juliet, but he is actually northwest, kind of in Wilson County. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo. Who's next? North?
W4 Delta Bravo Victor.
Hey, good signal, Brian. You're doing fine. That's Brian, and also in Northwest Wilson, Whiskey 4 Delta Bravo Victor. Who else is next? Next from the north?
WB0NLO, Mark in Northwest Wilson.
Very good. That's Mark, Northwest Wilson as well, up by the weather station, Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Anybody else north?
KM4KXA, Robert in Goodlettsville.
Hello, Robert. Good to have you in there again. That's Robert in Goodlettsville. That's Kilo Mike 4, it's Kilo X-Ray Alpha, isn't it? I just messed up my writing here.
Yeah, roger that. Kilo X-Ray Alpha.
Fantastic. Well, very good. Again, Robert in Goodlettsville, Kilo Mike 4, Kilo X-Ray Alpha. Who else is north? Over to the west then.
KM4 TJF, Rick in National City.
All righty, Rick, you're doing a fine job tonight. Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. He was worried he wasn't going to make it in due to conditions. He was doing fine. It's always a slightly weak signal, but if I can copy it, it's not weak enough. Who else west?
KG4 CXE, Chris in 5 TAW, David in Madison.
Okay, I had a double in there, but KG4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. That's Chris. You're in Donaldson. Who was the other party, please?
N5 TAW, David in Madison.
There you go, David. I thought I heard your voice in there. And November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. That's David, and he's in Madison. Who else? It's good to hear you in there. Who else is west?
WY4G.
Hello. How are you doing there, Jeff? Sound pretty good tonight. And WY. I gotta get my writing down here. Good to have you in there, Jeff. Who else? Tell me later how much traffic there is with your transportation group. Tell me later. Anyway, who's next? West.
KM4YRF.
Hey, Michael. Hey, if KM4YRF screwed that up as well. Michael, if I'm on my wire on the 6 meters. So if it's not working out right, please try to copy for me if you don't mind.
Will do, no problem.
Yeah, that's on the 6 meter. 2 meter sideband, I'll be fine. All righty. Who else? Good to have Michael. That's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, who also does, and I forgot to mention the 10 meter net on. I think he's doing the 10 meter net on Sunday night at 7:30. Forgot about that net. Forgot to tell you guys earlier. Who else is west? Please come on.
November 4 Delta Juliet Tango.
Well, you're sounding good tonight there, Don in Bon Aqua. That's November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Missed you last night. We had, I think, on one of those nets we had awful conditions. I could barely hear or didn't hear you.
Yeah, I think it was like last Wednesday or last Saturday.
Yeah, I think the wind blew away our conditions. Anyway, that was Don in Bon Aqua, November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Who's up next from west?
Whiskey Alpha 4, Tango Sierra, W84 TPS. And Jude, I guess I'm going to be solid in Southwest.
Hello, Jude. Yeah, that's Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango Sierra Jude. Let's see, Jude. I forget where you are.
I'm halfway between Old Hickory and Concord Road on Nolensville Road.
There you go. Halfway between Old Hickory and Nolensville Road. So I got you. Very good, Jude. Yeah, your signal's a little low. I think we talked about that already. But anyway, it's Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango Sierra in, I'll call it Nashville, but everything over in Davidson is Nashville, I guess. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor, Jack, and Donaldson.
Hello, Jack. Hey, would you send me your email address? Because the one that is on QRZ had bounced when I sent you something.
Okay, no problem.
All right, if you do that for me. Anyway, that was Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and Jack is in Donaldson, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, very good. Short-term memory is failing me again. Well, no, it's working right at the moment. Who else is west? Please come down. Down to the south, then. Please come down.
Kilo India 4, November Delta November.
Man, David, you got a fantastic signal tonight. You do something different?
Yeah, brush the dust off my mic.
Okay, no, your signal's as loud as I think I've ever heard it. It's great. Very good. That was David. He's in Reedyville, Kilo, India 4, November, Delta, November. Yeah, I couldn't make the net. I think I wrote you about that. Never mind. I'll leave it for later. Who else is south? Please come on.
Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Yankee Bill Murfreesboro.
I think I got your call right there, Bill. It's Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee. Or is it November Yankee Yankee? I forget.
Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee.
Yeah, very good. I did have it correct. No, it was a double, and it messed up my brain there on your call. I didn't hear your call completely. Anyway, that's Bill in Murfreesboro. Good signal. Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee. And we've got Donnie, I think was right on top of him there down in Hermitage, south of me, 5 miles. Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. You sound good on your. Still doing 5 watts or 2 watts? Donnie? I don't think Donnie can hear me on 2 watts. All right, anybody else south? Please come now.
I moved it up to 5 watts. Thank you, Juliet. Jim over here near Woodbury.
All right, I got you. There was a double in there because Donnie was replying a little slow to me on that. It's Kilo Tango. And best of my say your call again, Jim.
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet KE4 TYJ.
It's funny. I talk to you frequently. You know when you get set off of your game and somebody goes, "Hey, what was that guy's name?" And you go, "I don't know. I can't tell you right now. I forget." All right, that was Jim. Jim's in Woodbury, and it's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Good to have you in there, Jim. Who else is south? Now all I'm hearing is static. Bump up the power or stand on your tippy toes. Try again, please? I heard the Kilo Mike 4. Is anybody copying that? Because that's all I heard.
Yeah, it's Kilo Mike 4 Lima Hotel Golf.
Kilo Mike 4 Lima Hotel Golf. What's the first name?
Brian.
All right, Brian. I can look it up. Where are you located?
He's over near 24 and 840 Murfreesboro.
Must be very poor conditions for him or whatever with his antenna. We'll have to email me or something because you should have a much better signal out of Murfreesboro. Something's going awry there. I talk to people routinely on Murfreesboro on handhelds, and this one's not doing too well tonight. Very good. That was Brian in Murfreesboro. Kilo Mike 4 Lima Hotel Golf. Who else is south?
Hey, good evening, Paul. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike. Tom in Rockvale.
All right, very good. Tom in Rockvale. Kilo Mike 4 Tango Mike. Good signal. Better than we've had up and down signals out of. I'm not sure why that's true. We both got good antennas and good locations, and the signals fade sometimes. Anyway, who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Hello, Tom. Hey, Larry.
I can almost always copy Larry perfectly. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. He's in Rockvale as well, not too far from Tom. Who else is south? Over to the east, then. Please come now.
WA4ZHI, James in Mount Juliet. Bravo.
Nice try, Richard. Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. That's James here in Mount Juliet. Good signal. And then, of course, I had, I'll just call him Double Richard, or the late Double Richard. But that would sound awful. Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Man, you got to get a faster trigger on that mic there, Richard. Who else is the east?
KB4 RSM Glenn and Mount Juliet.
Very good, Glenn. That's Glenn over in I'm in Mount Juliet. Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Sierra Mike. Anybody else east?
Kilo 4 Whiskey United.
Kilo 4 Whiskey United. Is that all your call is 4 letters?
No, it's Kilo 4 Whiskey United.
Okay, somehow I missed the first kilo. I thought I was going to say, you got a vanity call pretty good there. All right, that's Bill, and he's over in Possum Town. Kilo 4 whiskey uniform. Good to hear you, Bill. Your signal's good tonight. Who else is east?
CE4TWI West near Watertown.
And your signal's awesome tonight, Wes. Did you do something different?
Nope.
You must have got it straightened out after the windstorm. All right, that's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India West in Watertown. Anybody else east?
N4 NYA.
Hello, Dale. Haven't heard from you in a while. Good to hear from you. That's Dale in Lebanon. He is the, I think I get the correct term, EC for the Wilson County Emergency Management. Is that correct title?
You are correct, Amundo. I'm currently the emergency coordinator, and we'll see how long that goes on.
Oh, yeah. Well, you love these high-paid positions, don't you?
Oh, yeah. They pay me the big bucks for all this. It's great.
I know. Yeah, it's like zero big bucks. That's right. The big bucks in Monopoly. Very good. Again, that's Dale. He's in Lebanon. It's November 4, November Yankee Alpha. Who else east?
KB4 SFM. For Uniform Tango Sierra, Carl.
Carl, hold on one second. I had Tom, Kilo Bravo 4, Sierra Foxtrot November. Tom, good to have you in there. And in Martha, was that Carl? Carl, what's your call again?
Kilo 4, Uniform Tango Sierra, Carl. Mobile today on the HT up here by the new Thornton's off of 109.
Ah, very good. Carl's on an HT mobile near Thornton's on 109. Kilo 4, Uniform Tango Charlie. Anybody else east?
Whiskey Delta 4, Bravo Whiskey Charlie.
I hear somebody else making a racket in there, but I did get Jeff, Whiskey Delta 4, Bravo Whiskey Charlie. He's also in Lebanon. Good to have you in there, Jeff. Who was the other party? It sounds very weak. Go ahead, try again. I'm not copying. It's like picket fencing and static. Anybody copying that? Nobody copying that? I'm the only one hearing that guy?
I could hear it, but I couldn't make out what he was saying.
No, that's just as good as me. All right, let's try it one more time. I'll try to pitch my ear in the right direction. Who was that last check-in I couldn't copy? Yeah, I'm hearing just bits of words. I'm sorry about that. Gosh, I wish somebody else could hear you. No idea, Mike, where he is. Can you not hear him?
Contact.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's it looks like KC2 LFT.
Is that correct? KC2 LFT? Lima Foxtrot Tango?
He said correct.
Ah, very good. Well, somebody look that up for me, please, so I'm not distracted any more than I already am. Where he's located, and I'd love to know what he's got, because it's a very weak signal to me and lots of static and just picket fencing. So there's something going on there. It almost sounds like he's mobile. All right, anybody else east? Please come down.
KL4 CVU. This is Stephen.
Hello, Stephen. Good to have you in there again. That was Kilo Lima 4 Charlie Victor uniform, Stephen. He's, if I remember correctly, it's like kind of midway between Lebanon and Mount Juliet.
Yes, sir, it is. And if you'll change that Lima to Oscar, it'll be Kilo Oscar 4 Charlie Victor uniform.
There you go. I thought it looked funny with an L in there. That would mean you were in Alaska. Not good. No, my pen, well, my fingers slipped. I've had my hands on a chainsaw for much of the day, and I'm tired. Kilo Oscar for Charlie Victor uniform. And that's Stephen in over midway between near 109, in between Lebanon and Mount Juliet. Who else east?
W4 Viet.
Hey, that's right. You're east and south. All right, good to have you in there, Eddie. You sound good. That's Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. And I just know he's antsy to get over to have breakfast one of these Saturday mornings. If they ever open up the restaurant, maybe we'll have to have a secret meeting somewhere in the park or something. Who else is, where am I headed? East. Any more East chickens?
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
KC2LFT is Richard Rensselaer, Huntsville, Tennessee. Hartsville, Tennessee.
Oh, wow. If he's making it from Hartsville, he's doing a great job. Hartsville is a stretch and a lot of terrain between here and there. Richard, if you can hear me, you're doing a good job in spite of the static, but somebody did copy you here locally. So I appreciate you being in there from Hartsville. I don't think I can't remember the last time we had a Hartsville check-in, but we're glad you're there. Anybody else East? East or late check-ins? Oh, I know we're going to have a couple of late check-ins. Always do. Hamfest in July. This is only May, but we're only got about 60-something days between now and the Hamfest. And I know I'm anxious to go, and I'm sure some of you are too. And they're planning on having it, and I'm pretty sure they'll permit it. Because does anybody have any information that says that that Tennessee is still going to be restrictive about things past May 30th? Well, that was a rousing answer. I haven't heard anything, although I'm trying to avoid the news because all it does is tick me off. But I didn't hear anything to the contrary, and I was pretty sure that by June we'd be free of, we'd at least be taking precautions rather than, restricting our activities to sitting around the house and watch the grass grow. Does anybody say, are they going to stay home for the next 6 months?
KB4SFM.
Hey, Tom, go ahead.
First of all, yes, I will stay home for the next 6 months. I'm on a 20-foot length of chain. My wife has me here chained in the house. But the important thing to note, a sad note, the little Richard passed away today. People from the 60s and 70s and 80s may remember him. Good golly, Miss Molly. KB4SFM.
Little Richard. I thought you meant somebody local. Oh, Little Richard, man, it's one of the big 50s. He was one great entertainer for what he did, man. Funny guy too. Yeah, I don't know anybody else on a short leash and their wife won't let them out of the house. Man, it's going to be an active net. Maybe we go back to finding out what the best radio is or something.
Well, it is kind of scary, especially if you have some underlying problems. Plus, I don't know if this stuff gets better or if it's still getting worse.
Well, you're right, and I don't either, and I don't think they know either. Because what's funny is I saw an article today. I saw some notes today that said that one of the reasons in some areas of the country, like New York City, where it looks like there's a lot more cases, because they're doing a lot more testing. It doesn't mean that people are sick. It just means that they either have had it or they've had the antibodies and they didn't even know it. So it almost seems as though we can't get a clear handle on who's got what and where, and it's kind of annoying because nobody seems to know what's going on.
Yeah, it kind of scared me when I was watching the evening news and they were showing the meat factories. They showed a guy on the line. He didn't even have a mask on. Was it 1,300 of them are infected in one plant?
Yeah, was there that many in that one plant? Was that Tyson plant?
I don't know if it's Tyson or Smithfield.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. How can you get that many people affected in one plant? It sounds like a prison.
Yeah. Well, people need the money. And, a lot of people come in when they're sick. I know we had to years ago.
Yeah, I was always afraid to call in sick,
Yeah. You just didn't do that way back in the 60s and early 70s.
No, you really didn't, and that's probably a bad thing, particular now. But the funny part about what you said is that everybody needs to work. It's just that they're allowing those certain people to work, and because they consider them essential, like postal workers and UPS, FedEx, and packing plants, and the grocery stores, and you think, well, if that's true, then we all ought to go to work. It's just that the risk is that some people, like you and me, that are over a certain age, say over 65, we probably need to be a lot more careful than the youngsters.
Yep, that'd be very true. But then you got a lot of people that are laughing about it and think it's just a bluff. Or, I don't know. It's just day by day. Carry on. Thanks for doing that, Paul. W4VS.
Oh yeah, we're always having fun. Does anybody else have any issues with going to a ham fest in July? Remember, that's 2 months down the road.
KM4YRF. Copy. And check in KI4SOR.
All right, KI4SR. Now that I know she's a living person, good, good to have her in there. Michael, what's up with you? I know you're going to the ham fest.
Absolutely, I'm going. I may have to keep my distance from everybody, but I'm going to be looking for some goodies.
Well, I'm going to guess and say that we're not going to go around glad handing and close talking, and I would suspect that most people would be wearing masks, and anybody who's sick isn't going to be there. I hope, I would hope that would be true. It is kind of high. At least we have a big open air venue, which I think is, I say we, the club has a big open air venue, and that's nice. Very good, Charles. I'll check you in there. That's Charles. Are you still mobile?
I'm on my mobile, but I'm at the house. I'm at Dipole, just trying to see how it's doing. I'm on the 8900 mobile, 25 watt on a 2-meter dipole. I had to lower the antenna because to where I could get the cards to read the radio, but I mounted this mobile bracket to this table, and I have the microphone hook mounted to this table also.
Very good. Well, I'm glad you got it working. That's Charles, KG4SFF, checking in, and he's on a mobile in the house without an external antenna, but he's getting over to me, and I'm not sure how many other people. But does anybody have any other? I don't know if there's apprehensions. I just hate to see a ham fest where they've always had sold out tables and a pretty packed house, and I just want to make sure that. I would think that it would be pretty easy. Maybe that's it. We need to talk to management that to have somewhat of a restricted entry into certain areas of it. Not restricted, but to have so many people, or maybe break it up into segments so that so many people can't get into one area at the same time, like they do I knew they do it over in the garden center at Lowe's. They actually were counting people to make sure that they could only have so many people in the garden center at one time.
WB0NOL.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I'm going to the ham fest, Paul. I'm not going to the porta potties, though. I was wondering how y'all are hearing me on this 2-meter dipole.
Well, I'm hearing you okay, but I don't think you're hearing everyone else because you just doubled with somebody. But Mark, yeah, you're right. I think I'd stay out of the public facilities. You might bring your own coffee. That's to me. I get nervous about. You're right. Using public facilities.
Yep. At least there are lots of trees in that park.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a good one, and I would. I'm actually thinking that depending upon what's going on this next, maybe at the end of May or maybe in the first part of June, that we would have rather than eat at Courtney's, we could just bring some coffee and go over to like Charlie Daniels Park. Does anybody have any ideas about that?
Comment KG460.
Yeah, what's up, Chris?
Yeah, I was just thinking that I probably wouldn't go to the ham fest. You would obviously need a much larger place to host it to do all the social distancing, but what you have to do is have a social distancing breakfast, and everybody brings a handheld, right? We'll all be able to stay far enough apart and listen to each other.
Yeah, just get in a huge venue where everybody can sit at their own table.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah, then you'd have to have a net control.
Yeah, I thought it was a funny idea. You're right. You need net control.
I don't want to be in net control with 30 people with handhelds. No, we're in a very odd situation, and it's just I don't know. It's a one of a kind in my lifetime. In fact, it's a one of a kind probably of any lifetime. I don't even think they were this restricted during the Spanish flu of 1918. They were wearing face masks though. They were wearing the masks. I don't think they were the N95 masks, but they were masks. Okay, maybe we move on to another topic. Anybody got any ideas about any questions about their gear or about conditions or about whatever in the radio side of business? Otherwise, we can move on. I mean, we can definitely move on to the buy, sell, swap, and swindle, and the 2-meter sideband and the 6-meter sideband.
HamQuest information?
Yeah, go ahead. HamQuest information.
Yeah, this is KK4W, Bill. Switched over to my regular, the 5100, so that you could hear me. I was on a QRP earlier. As far as the HamFest goes for Nashville, Greater Middle Tennessee, it is still an on event. We're looking at it on a daily basis, literally, and we'll follow all the government guidelines at that time, as well as what the fairgrounds allows us to allows the event to happen or not. So there's a number of factors that have to be looked at, but at this point in time, it is a goal. At this time, we're taking all of previous tables. People that had tables in last year would be entitled to the same table this year. So we are taking those orders now, reservations now, and we'll have more information as we get further into the year.
All right, very good. That was for those of you that couldn't hear Bill. That's KK4WU. He was saying that they're still on a daily and weekly basis evaluating the status of the HamFest, because it really hinges, ultimately it hinges on whether the state fair authority or the county fair authority will permit them to be there. And of course, if let's say they do have it, then they will be following the state and county guidelines for social distancing and whatever protective measures they need to take to follow those. And that shouldn't diminish it, though. I mean, I would say that, if you can get a bunch of hams together selling gear and having a good time, I don't think it would make it any worse just because of social distancing. I appreciate that, Bill. Did I miss anything on that?
You got it pretty well covered there, Paul. Appreciate that. Our theme is this year for the HamQuest is, ironically enough, is ham radio and emergency services. So the idea was to try to get some of the neighboring community vehicles and stuff, their particular areas, groups, trailers, and so forth together and showcase those. We also have a number of vendors. We had a couple of new vendors that had signed up for us this year. Larger vendors, in fact. Some of them attend like the Huntsville show and so forth. So it was starting out to be really a good event, exciting. We had a lot more, like I said, vendors coming in. We're going to be coming off of this thing. Hopefully, we're going to be coming out of this virus issue, and our HamFest could be a rather large one this year.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love it if they did. I mean, it's we're about 9.5 weeks away or so.
July 25th.
Yeah, there you go. That's almost 4 weeks in July, and then another 4 weeks in June, and we still got 2 weeks left here. So it's really about 10 weeks away, and let's hope things get better by that time. Well, get better in time for a decision that permits the HamFest to move on. So anyway, Bill was just saying everything looks good if they permit us to have the HamFest and have them have the ham. It's not us. I was involved in the initial one. I keep saying us. Any other comments about the HamQuest or about radio in general? Any questions?
Hey, Paul.
Yes, go ahead.
What kind of antenna are you on?
I'm on the same one I've been on for a couple of years, the X700.
Oh, this antenna. I heard white noise on you, and I heard Michael. He was crystal clear. My antenna's only 20 feet high. Maybe that's why. But I went to that Walmart behind your house. That Walmart is huge. and I was gonna say that's what it was. But I guess I'm gonna have to take this antenna down. I'll try to holler at Mike, but I'll wait till after the next.
Yeah, all righty. Yeah, getting that net up, and I mean getting that antenna up in the air is going to be good. You shouldn't get from Hermitage. I can speak to Hermitage almost everywhere real good. So got issues with the either the antenna or the height or the radio itself. All right. Anybody other questions or anybody got any answers?
KB4 SFM.
Hey, Tom.
Don't criticize me too much, but I have a CB radio in the shack here, and it was squalling and bawling a while ago. So it's always an indication that 10 meters might be active. I do hear a little bit on there with my limited antenna, so you may want to try 10 meters this evening. KB4 SF.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I was trying it after you talked to me. I did get my 10-meter antenna hooked up again, and it was dead when I got back to it. It was nothing. I couldn't hear a sound on it, not even static. No, it was just nobody was on it I could hear. Well, let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and ask for any other late check-ins. Nothing. No lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers.
W4 AWE.
All right, John. W4 AWE. How long have you been listening, or did you just hear the sandbaggers word?
No, I could hear the radio outside through the window, but I just walked in, walked upstairs.
Ah, okay. Well, you're number 35 for the night, so you're doing fine. The yeah, you missed it. You missed it. A good number of check-ins. We don't know their discussion's been all that great. We're just talking about the Ham Fest that's coming up in July and whether or not it's going to happen and if anybody's going to go. And I'm trying to make sure that if it does go, everybody goes that can, with precautions, of course. Any other late check-ins or procrastinators?
Can you hear me this evening, Paul?
I can hear you now. Who's this?
It's Darcy, KC6HWR. How you doing?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now. Yeah, I was listening to you I think it was yesterday morning on the reverse, and I was surprised it wasn't obviously good conditions because your signal was lower than it is now.
I don't know. Maybe a little bit of something on your side, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. There was something going on because your signal's really good tonight. I didn't even look. Show me one more time with your, and I'll look for the meter there. I wasn't watching.
Okay. I don't think I'm solid, but I should be decent at least. KC6HWR.
Oh, yeah, you're doing fine. You're an S5 here or so. I can't see that well from here, but it's about an S5 and it's good solid copy, so you're doing great.
Okay, and you're also the same here. So we're ditto on each end.
Yeah, I was pleased that when I relocated my antenna again and I hooked up a new feed line, my SWR went down, which means technically my power out went up slightly, so I was thrilled about that.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, no, it just does. It was annoying that I didn't not take action sooner. What I had was another cord connected to my LMR 400, and I didn't realize I didn't think that because it was only like 10 feet. And I didn't think it would have that much of an impact, but it did. And so I feel like an idiot for not replacing it sooner.
Okay, well, I'll let you get back to your little deal. So I'm just kind of monitoring.
All right, very good. That's Darcy, KC6 Hotel Whiskey Romeo. I'm trying to remember. Is that White House?
It's just north Cotton Town, technically on the mailing, but it's pretty much White House.
All right, the White House Cotton Town area, the general area. Yeah, good to have you in there, Darcy. Appreciate you checking in. Darcy also has an X700. You still got that X700 in the air, right?
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough. The guidelines are behaving.
Oh, yeah. Well, mine took a spill. You might have heard about that. And I had to fix it, and I'm waiting on parts. All right. Who else? Any other late check-ins before we go? That was 36, number 36, by the way. Anybody else?
KC4 DZ, Earl and Norries.
Yeah, very good, Earl. Good to hear you in there. I hope you didn't just jump in there now, did you?
Yeah, I was in there practicing my couch potato mode.
All right, very good. That's Earl. He's over in Noreen, just east of the Cedars 11 and Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Good signal tonight, Earl. I think 2 meters is doing well tonight.
Yeah, I'm doing about 20 more watts output over here too tonight, so that might have something to do with it. But conditions are what they are.
Oh yeah, we just deal with them. It's your S7 here, so you're doing fine. It's as good as you normally get from a relatively poor location to me, just due to that terrain issue. Anyway, again, that was Earl and Noreen, number 37. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Then we can do another check-in. Is there any as we move along here? Does anybody have anything for the buy, sell, swap, or swindle that they want to sell or buy? Well, that's going to go quick. All righty. I don't think everybody's holding on to their cash, I guess, and their equipment. Remember, you can always post equipment or questions or answers or whatever complaints to the groups.io site. Don't hesitate to jump in. There's 104 of us on the net now. I mean, not on the net, 104 on the group. So that's a lot of resources. And I've never found it's always been open to discussion, and anybody, you'll get good answers. There's some very experienced hands here in this group. Okay, so that's on the buy, sell, swap, and swindle. Then we're going to go ahead and jump over before any other late check-ins on the 2 meter FM Simplexton.
KJ4 JED.
Aha, that's KJ4. One more time on the suffix there, the 3 letters.
KJ4 Juliet Echo Golf.
There you go. I'll remember that one of these days. You have to check in more often for it to be embedded in my brain. Kilo Juliet for Juliet Echo Golf. Very good. And that's Lori, and she's also in Watertown. The better half with Wes over there. Anybody else? Late check-in. Appreciate you being there, Lori. You gave us number 35, 6, 37, 38. That's a big number. Anybody else come check in? All right, that was the last chance. All right, we're going to move on to the 2 meter upper sideband. Remember, it's 144.240. And of course, probably 99% of us are vertical on the 2 meter sideband, so that's where you'll probably be too. So we'll see you there. I'm QSY and over that frequency, K4P then. All right, this is K4PW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 144.240 upper sideband. Looking for check-ins from when we started from the north, and we'll start from the north in this case. Please come now. HWR, sure, why not? KC 6 HWR, very good. Good to have you in there, Darcy. Who else is next?
Kilo 4 Whiskey United QRP.
Yeah, well, good signal. KK4 Whiskey United on QRP. Who else is north? All right, no copy on anybody else. You can always come in later. This is looking for check-ins from the west.
KM4YRF.
Good signal in there, KM4YRF. Michael, who else? West, please come now.
N5 TAW David is Madison.
Ah, very good. N5 TAW David. Who else west? One more time on that. Was that Tango Sierra? Ah, very good. It's Jude. Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango Sierra. I got to get used to hearing that call there. Very good. That's Jude. And Nashville. Who else is west? Any west stations, please come in.
Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo.
Ah, your signal's very good tonight, John. It's John over in Bellevue. Who else is west? Over to the south, then. Please come in. Any other stations from the south? Nothing from the south. East, then. East of Mount Juliet. Please come in.
KB4 RSM.
Yeah, good signal there, Glenn. Who else east?
Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, Earl and Dory.
Yep, sounding great on 2 meters sideband as well, Earl. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Who else east? Any other east stations, please come in. Is anybody hearing anything I can't hear? All righty, well, we'll start from the bottom on a recap. We had Earl, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu in Noreen, and Glenn, Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Sierra Mike. He is here in Mount Juliet over east by 109, pushing that direction. Whiskey, and then John, Whiskey 4 Alpha, Whiskey Echo. He is in Bellevue. And Jude, Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango, Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango, Tango Sierra. He's in Nashville. And David, November 5 Tango Alpha Whiskey. And let's see, where is David? I forgot where David is. David is in, I got it here. Hang on, David, don't tell me. David's in Madison, that's right. Yes. All right, very good. And in Kilo 4 Whiskey Uniform, QRP, and he was in, or is in, Possum Town, and Kilo Charlie 6 Hotel Whiskey Romeo up towards White House, Cotton Town. And then we've got me, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey here in Mount Juliet. And I think that gives us 9, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gives us 9. All righty. For those of you that can, we're going to move over to 6 meters on upper sideband 50.135. 50.135. I'll be there momentarily because I don't have it in my system yet. And appreciate all the check-ins. See you over at 6 meters. K4P.
You didn't take late check-ins.
Okay. Who's the late check-in?
Frank. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo.
Oh, I needed to take. What, it took you a while to get over there, did it, Frank?
Yeah, I hit the wrong button, and I messed it all up, so I had them like, uh-oh. So, yeah, I got there, because my radio, you can't change the megahertz on sideband. You have to go to FM. It's kind of weird.
All right. Well, very good. That gives us a grand total of 10 there. We did great. Very good, Frank. Appreciate you checking in. All right. We're moving over to 6 meters now. Okay. For any late check-ins more than 2 meters?
What's the frequency again on 6?
Say that again.
What's the frequency on 6 meters?
Oh, 50.135 upper sideband. 50.135. All right. Anybody else? All righty. We'll see you there. K4PWQSY to 50.135. All right. Sorry about that. This is K4PW. All right. Very good. I just had trouble. Well, never. It doesn't matter why I had trouble with it. Looking for check-ins. This is K4PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net on 6 meters, 50.135 upper sideband. Please come now. From the north. Please come now.
WB0NO.
Good signal there. WB0NOO. Anybody else from the north? All right, I'm not copying that station. Who was that?
Tango Sierra.
Very good. That's Whiskey Alpha 4. Yeah, the signal was low there to me anyway. How are you copying them, Michael?
The signal's a little low, but I was able to hear it.
All right, very good. Well, he's a little closer to you. Who else north, please come down?
Whiskey 4, Alpha, Whiskey Echo.
All right, John, you got a good signal there. I'm copying you real well. Who else north or west? KM4YRF. Good signal there, Michael. Yeah, I got my wire back up in the ear, and I just some stations I don't think are verticals, particular, are going to be tough for me. I think. Who else is west or north?
Well, did you get KK4WU?
No. Bill, are you in low power on that too?
This is yes, sir.
Oh man, well, it's got to make my life difficult. All right, very good. That was KK4W. Bill over in Possum Town. Who else is north or west? Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. Okay, very good, Frank. Good copy. Not as good as on 2 or 2 upper sideband. Who else north or west? Is that who I heard? Is it Donnie? Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar?
Yeah.
Try me again, Donnie. I can't hear you. Yeah, I got no copy at all. You can hear him okay, though, Michael?
Yeah, I heard him a minute ago, but he's not, I don't think he's talking right at the moment.
All right, well, very good. That was Donnie with a semi-relay, a Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot. Who else is Oscar Foxtrot? Oscar, excuse me. Who else is west or north? Say that again. I heard a station, but I couldn't hear what it was.
I think M4 VT.
Is it November 4 Victor Tango? Is that correct?
It's Victor Charlie. Victor Charlie.
N4 Victor Charlie. Very good, Al. I got you in there, but I'm not getting it a relay. I heard something, but not a very good copy. Who else is northwest or south? Michael, you got any copy on anything?
I'm not hearing anything at the moment, except from Skip.
All right. How about you, Glenn? You got a good signal coming in there? Glenn, are you copying anything?
Oh yeah, just I was back over on 2 meters per second. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No big deal. You can do what you want. It's your radio. We got no rules. Anybody else south or east? Please come down.
KB4 RSM.
Very good. We got KB4 RSM here in Mount Juliet. Glenn, who else east or south? Very good. Got you in there, Larry. Got a good signal. Who else west or south? I mean, east or south? All right. Anybody copying anything? Because I'm not.
Yeah, Earl was jumping in.
All right. Earl, KE4DEZ. I'm not copying him at all. Try it one more time, Earl. All right. No. Anybody else north, south, east, or west? Late check-ins, please come down. November 4 Victor Tango. I believe I got that one in there, didn't I? November 4. No, I did not. November 4 Victor Tango. All righty. Anyone else? Okay, November. I got it. November 4 Victor Charlie. I could barely hear his voice, but I couldn't make out who it was. Very good. November 4 Victor Charlie. Yeah, and he's up north. Is he operating mobile? Yeah, you faded on me too as well, Glenn. It's conditions aren't really working real good for me. Is there any other late check-ins? Please come down. All right, I'm gonna give a recap then. It's November. Is anybody trying to talk right now? Because I can't hear it.
I hear nothing.
All right, very good. I'm gonna proceed. We had November 4, Victor Charlie, up in northern half of the counties here. That's Al. A good signal. Well, good signal to somebody. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu in Noreen, and of course that's Earl, and Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, Larry in Rockvale. Kilo Bravo 4 Romeo Sierra Mike, and that's Glenn in here in Mount Juliet. Whiskey for November 4 Victor Charlie. I think we had that twice. That's right. November 4 Victor Charlie. And that's Al. He's north of us. And then we had Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar. Donnie here in Hermitage, and Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Frank here in Wilson County, Kilo 4 Whiskey Uniform, Bill in Possum Town, and where was I? KM4 YRF in Bellshire, that's Michael, and Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo John in Bellevue, Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango Sierra Jude in Nashville, and then myself Kilo 4, yeah, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Well, you can tell I'm tired. Have a good night, guys. You had a good group in there. I think there was 12 of us, if I have that right.
I got all 12.
Very good. I hear talk in the background. Are you hearing it?
Yeah.
It's not for us.
You know what? That's not correct. That's somebody far off.
All right. Well, very good. I'm closing the net. We're going to move over. I'll move over to 2 meter FM for a nice clear signal, and we'll go from there. I think we had a very productive night with 12 on 6 meters and 10 on 2 meter sideband and 38 on 2 meter FM. So a big night. K4PEW closing the net.